And in many instances, I had to fight that myself. I was talking about, well, definitely public cloud's going to grow, but no way is it going to be 80% in a few years. We'll be lucky to get to 20% or 30%, whatever it was at the time. And that turned out to be more true. And that was just basically me having a pragmatic understanding of how enterprises were able to invest in the market, the money they had to spend, the amount of risk threshold they're willing to accept. All those sorts of things need to be considered in those decisions. And so, making these sweeping decisions that we're all going to be in this one area or another area in a few years almost always turns out to be wrong. We don't move that fast in the technology space, and we never shift toward, one technology strategy over another. And this is inclusive of AI. Obviously, AI is a big, mover and shaker out there, but we're finding that the path to AI for many of these enterprises out there, it's much more careful steps and careful spending. So we're not moving in this vast, aggressive movement that I think many of the analysts were predicting. And I think we're going to see that come to roost in a few years when people are looking at the analyst predictions as to what really happened. And we'll probably be talking about that on this channel again. So also vendor bias in rankings. So the analyst firms out there and their ranking systems, such as Gartner's Magic Quadrants, are seen as favoring vendors who contribute the most to them financially, calling into question the fairness and the objectivity, of its rankings. And this kind of goes back to, systemically what we're talking about here.